It's the final percent. The final percent. Yeah.
All right, this is the Final Percent podcast with Greg Kimball, and today I'd like to talk about a concept of understanding the difference between hope and faith. And I find it such an interesting thing to talk about because you can really tell a lot about a person by the language that they use. And a lot of people will say, "Hey, I really hope that this works out." Or, "Man, I have faith that this is going to work out. I really have faith that this is going to work out." And my question to you is, if you've ever entered into a relationship, a brand new marriage, for instance, do you say, "Oh, I hope this works out"? Or do you say, "I have faith that this is going to work out"? And I asked recently in our private Facebook group, what is more important to you? And overwhelmingly, faith won. But the thing is it's not as easy as that. Yes, faith is important and it is more positive, but I feel like hope is a fire starter. I feel like hope is the seed that plants in the ground and takes root to build faith. Because you start out with hope in so many different ways. In what was it in Pandora's box? They opened the box and all the bad things came out, and the greatest gift that they got was hope. Okay, so what? And I mean, we've got Star Wars, right? A New Hope. Okay, so it really depends on the language that you use. And what I think is, when you can and should be using faith, when you still use hope and you don't transition and start understanding when to use faith, I think that is what people, and then they stick down here. And so that's when hope starts getting this weird negative connotation, this negative air around it, you know? And I think that if we look at what we can and should have faith in, it starts with ourselves. I have faith that I can learn this. I have faith that I am more than I am at this moment. I know that I'm capable of more. You don't hope that you're capable of more. You should have faith, right? Okay, so when do we use these terms? That's what we've got to kind of unpack here. And I think that it's important to let hope in as fast and as often as possible. But I think that hope is a lot like motivation. Hope, what did Zig Ziglar say? He said, motivation is a lot like showering. It's great and it cleans you up and you get going, but you need to do it daily. So I think hope is the path to motivation, and I think faith is the path to inspiration. Now, inspiration is a sense of belonging to something bigger than yourself. Now, I don't know if that's the actual definition of it, but that's what it means to me. I know that whatever I'm a part of right now is bigger than me as just a human, me as a thought leader, me as a leader in the organization, a manager in the organization, or even just a human in whatever organization. If I'm inspired by something, then I am all there. And I have faith if I'm inspired. If you're motivated, you have hope. So the answer is both are unbelievably important. But motivation pushes, so that helps you get started. And inspiration pulls, so that helps you keep going. And this is the concept that I think, and it was really interesting when I was reading the poll results of our Facebook group. I don't think anybody chose hope. Everybody was faith. And maybe it's because it's an either or poll. But I mean, someone you would have thought in the comments would have said, I think you need both. And I truly, truly believe that you need both. Motivation pushes, inspiration pulls. We have this ebb and flow to the universe. We have this give and take. We have this energy, the current that comes in and out. And I think that's why you have to know how to use both wisely. And it's a transition. There's this transformation that happens somewhere in the middle so that you can become, there's that crazy word that I always say, so that you can become someone of faith in that particular moment. Now, here's the thing. We live in this either-or mentality. You are either a Democrat or you are a Republican or you are a liberal. The truth is it doesn't really matter. And I might catch a lot of flack for saying that, but the thing is, I can't lump myself into, I am me and I am always evolving. So I can have hope in some areas of my life and I can have faith in other areas of my life. And that's the thing. You're not just a person of faith. That's just who I am. I don't think that quite helps you understand the depth of who you can, should, could, and will be. I think that if you can go on this journey and understand that you have the possibility to be disappointed, excited, sad, mad. You can have faith that this is going to work out, hope that this is going to work out, and be really concerned that this isn't going to work out. And check this out. You can do it all at the same time because we have different areas of our life. We have multiple things that we can do in our life and are doing. That's just the way it is. It's not, we don't live in this zero-sum game. And since we were little kids, we were taught by, and I mean, this goes all the way back to the gladiators, you know? I mean, if you don't win, you're dead. That's pretty harsh. But the thing is who won the Super Bowl last year? Well, here's the thing. For someone to win, someone had to lose. But the thing is, that's not how life is. But we're taught at a young age that if you're not first, you're last. Well, that's not the case. It is okay for multiple people to win. So I truly have faith that humanity will course correct and figure this out. I do. I don't have hope. We've been around for a little while now. I have faith that we're going to figure it out. When I wake up in the morning, I have hope that there is an opportunity out there for me. Now check this out. It kind of starts my engine. That's what it pushes me. It pushes me. And so then I start reading audiobooks. I wake up in the morning, I immediately jump in audiobooks, get my mind right. Then I think about, okay, what skill set can I expand on today to make me a better leader, a better husband, better businessman? What conversation can I go have today? What meetings have I put on my calendar today so that I can go make a difference in someone else's life and so that I can make a difference in my life? Well, now after I keep setting myself up for success, I have faith things are going to be just a little bit better today than they were yesterday. But hope is what it's like the alternator, starter. No. Yeah, it's like your starter. And then, so yeah, hope is your starter. And then faith is your alternator. You need both. You need both. I think that this is such an important thing to understand while you're going through life so that you can understand, oh, in this particular business arrangement, this relationship, my marriage, my personal growth, my personal development, whatever it is, I have faith in this area, hope in this area. I need to really get some clarity on this area. I need to do this, and this. And check this out. They can all be different, and that's okay. When I'm doing my life coaching with people, it's so weird when people finally get to the mental place to where they either want to go to the next level or they feel like something is so wrong that there's a mental shift that happens when you try to seek out a life coach. And the biggest mindset shift that I work on when I'm working with someone for the very first time is the fact that, look, you're not broken, and I'm not here to fix you. I'm not here to counsel you. I'm here to equip you. I'm here to help you find what you're great at, what you're good at. Let's take the good things and make them great. Let's take the great things and make them unbelievable, undeniable. I talk a lot about if someone talks behind your back that is your mortal enemy. If you want to know what the X factor of life is, it's what do they say about you in your chosen skill set, in your things that you're undeniable at. So for instance, people who know me are going to say, I'm undeniable. I can sing high. Like for whatever reason, I sing higher than most girls. So, and it's undeniable. Nothing that has ever happened in our relationship, good, bad, ugly, whatever it is, they cannot take that away because hey, he's kind of a butthead or whatever that is. But yeah, no, you're right. He can sing freaking high. I've never heard anything like it. So what are you undeniable at? What do you want people to say behind your back? Whether they're your enemies, acquaintances, friends of a friend, friends, family. My word, and I know I've said this before, but my word is badass. I want to be a badass husband. I want to be a badass friend, badass businessman, badass speaker, badass coach. I want to be a badass. I love that word. It transcends so many areas of life. It's so cool. But then a lot of people will choose a word like compassion. Okay, that's fine, but is that really what you want? Is that really what you want to be called? There's nothing wrong with it. You've just got to keep asking yourself questions. And that's why in hope versus faith, I really like asking the question, what's more important to you? And I think if you understand them, you'll realize that they are equally as important. Having faith in something, I think, is a little bit like building the walls. I think that you have to start with digging the foundation. Maybe faith is the foundation, but the foundation can't go in until you move a lot of earth. It starts with hope. Faith is much more positive. Yes, hope can go either way, but hope is a starting point. So remain hopeful in everything. Remain hopeful for your family. I have faith it's going to work out, but if it's pointing, say like your marriage is on the rocks, you can't have blind faith in that. If they keep going to strip clubs, if they keep ignoring you, it's hard to have faith in that. But stay hopeful. Show them what a good partner looks like. You take the initiative. Show them that you are always hopeful. And once they show you things, you are going to start gaining faith. Now, that's obviously the negative connotation, but it shows you the importance of why being hopeful is important. So, anyway, that's just something that's been on my heart and my mind about hope versus faith, because I think it's so interesting. We're starting to change our language so much in today's day and age, and how we're developing as human beings is we are just saying, I am either this or that. I want you guys to be an and person. I am hopeful and faithful. I am a speaker and a husband. I am a husband and a leader. I am a leader and a teacher. I am a teacher and a friend. Be an and. Be an and. Now, I know that we just talked about deep work, and some people are going to say, hey, I can only go deep on one of these things. You can only go deep on one at a time. One at a time. And pretty soon, that's just going to be who you are. When you are expected to be a husband, father, brother, sister, mother, friend, confidant, counselor, coach, anything, you will just be that person. So I'm just saying, whatever you're expected to be, go deep in that moment. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions or you would like to talk about this, if you would like to debate about this, I'm here. I would love, send me an email, greg@thefinalpercent.com. Send me a DM. It's just Greg L. Kimball. That's my my handle or whatever you call it. Greg, GreglKimble. DM me. Comment on something. Talk back with me. Engagement. We are losing engagement at an unbelievable rate these days. And that's where things can really spark. Finding those relationships that are exponential based instead of addition based. And if they're toxic people, they're subtraction based. But this has been Hope versus Faith, and this is a conversation starter. This is not in a textbook somewhere. This is my thoughts. These are my opinions. And it is my hope that you guys will talk back with me, that you will engage with me, and let's go deep on some of these concepts and develop them together. We're so much more powerful together. So anyway, this has been The Final Percent, and I really, really appreciate you tuning in to our new set that we have, and it's only going to get better from here, I promise.
It's the final percent. The final percent.